Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. In today's video, I'll be showcasing some clips from my mini Titan. So the first clip is gonna be against Gav. So Gav Rata here has been sending some interesting test attacks that are doing 0 damage. Keep in mind, I am not running an anti, so as long as they did damage, they would know what my front line is. But for whatever reason, he decided to set the rally without knowing what my front line was. So he's just kind of shooting in the dark after sending 3 tests. All he had to do was send a siege attack and it would have did damage. He could have scouted me. He would have known what my front line is. And he wouldn't have basically got trapped, or at least trapped a second time. It is a range rally. I almost switched to Cav there. That would have been bad. Again, this guy is an 11k hero guy. Does have 11k heroes as his literal lead, so I knew he had 11k hero. And he did 700k damage to my not my monster hunt gear. This is my food gear. So I think he might have not swapped his war gear. So obviously this guy is a top tier rally lead who knows exactly what he's doing. You can tell by the tests. You can tell by how easily he swapped his gear. Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be this is like the most noodle 11k hero lead I've ever had hit me. Yeah, I mean, he's not like crazy artifact stars, crazy castle stars. But he does have an 11k hero, so he's probably got okay stats behind that. But I believe he forgot to swap his war gear. Obviously didn't test what my front line was, so I had no idea what happened. Also, they had quite a bit of tier 5, so obviously they have a good guild. But he obviously super noodled that, considering that's not my actual war gear. He only did 761k damage to. So now they have no idea that I'm online because, first off, since they didn't test my front line, I was free to counter this whatever way I wanted, and they would never know I was online because they never tested what formation I was in, so they wouldn't know that I wasn't in infantry to begin with. So they might still think I'm offline, especially if I don't move and don't heal. There's a good chance I'll get a second rally, which is awesome because I get to counter them, and then they'll probably go for me again, not knowing that I'm online because I haven't done anything. So it's like best case scenario, because normally what will happen is they will hit me or test me, let's say test me in range, and I'll switch out of range to counter them, and they'll be like, he's online, and that'll be the last time I get hit. But in this situation, since he didn't test my front line, I got free reign to counter him, and then I will get a second rally for free. So that's what's going on here. So Gav Pomad, his name, we'll call him Dink. We'll call this guy Dink. Anyways, he's very strong. So he's much stronger than the previous guy, Rata here. He has 400 artifact stars, a lot more castle stars. Again, they now think I'm an infantry, so I expect they'll be sending Cav at me. Also, since this guy's much stronger, I'm gonna swap to my pack 5s. If I counter him, technically the pack 5s do 0 damage because he won't do enough damage to me for them to actually trigger, but it's good to have him on just in case he does counter me. So let's take a look here. It is a Cav rally. I'm already in range. I'm just double checking. Don't have to do anything. So I already had the counter off before they even set the rally. Again, they are not very good at testing. Unfortunately, he got my scout while I had the pack 5s on there. So I'm like, okay, now that I've countered them twice and they've sent different things, I'm like, there's probably no chance they'll rally me again, right? Because this counts obviously online, and I'm not like running super low troops at this point. I'm actually running probably the biggest comp I've ever had, around 29 million troops. So I'm not super low in troops. Again, yeah, this guy here, you can see 180 castle stars. He's got good stats and all that. I don't know what his actual war gear is because I didn't get it on the video, but I doubt that's his Cav gear, considering. No, it's not his Cav gear. No one would use mitts in their Cav gear, right? Because that is range attack. So, again, this was the attack there. Yeah, and I'm saying they probably know I'm lying because I was an inf before that. Now I'm in range. I do not have an anti on. All they gotta do is scout me and be like, oh, he swapped formations. Also, a cav rally against an infantry frontline would not do 422k damage. So, unless they really think that's what happened, maybe they they think that their cav blast against some infantry did 422k damage, and the rest did actually damage to my, like the Pack 5s did damage to my range. Maybe that's what they're thinking, because they did end up sending another rally, so maybe that's what I don't know what they're thinking, honestly. You can see they did use Huey hops both times, so they both had bunnies, so I've got no leader right now. And by the way, if you're ever hitting me, don't bother using a bunny. I'll sell it back cheaper than that, so again, there's no point. Don't waste the 130k gems. Just give me the, like, half of that, and I'll give you your leader back. Trust me. It's much better, so. If you know it's me and you're gonna hit me, I'll give the leader back. Don't worry. I don't like holding on to leaders for too long, because then I don't get hit. That's pretty much it. I'd rather give it back and go trap someone else at that point, because if I'm holding some like max account leaders, no one's gonna rally me unless they're trying to free it. That's pretty much it. Anyway, so Gav Innova 77 is going to be the next leader here. Not as strong as Dink over there. Yeah, or I don't know if he's as strong as the first lead either. I mean, obviously, he's probably stronger since he will put his war gear on and stuff like that. But again, this guy is not weak or anything like that. He has decent stats. He's got some Tempered Champ in there and all that. So obviously a good account. Not expecting a mix attack or anything like that. Going to switch back to infantry since their cav did nothing. I doubt they'll send cav again, because that would be silly. So let's see what they're sending. They will carpet in like the first two, because they're really good at carpets. So let's take a look here. It is a infantry rally, so just going to swap over the cav. Also, I kind of knew it wasn't cav just based on march speed, so there's always good indications before you actually the rally walks on what they're sending. If they're all really slow, it's probably not a cav, because that's kind of how it is. Like, it's either a mix or an infantry one, so that's what I was expecting. So that's why I just went infantry. It's just the safest. Because sometimes they'll send range and it catches you off guard. Anyway, so you can see how little damage he did to me there. Again, decent tier 5 counts. The guy has decent gear. The second guy was obviously the strongest lead out of all of them. And I don't know how strong the first lead was, because I don't think he put his war gear on when he hit me. Or he just has really bad war gear. But I don't know. Again, they used another bunny. And yeah, so that's the third bunny in a row this guild has hit me with, so I have no leads right now, but I've got a bunch of free kills from that. So you can see here all the hits. Rota's Super Noodle, 3.1 mil, then there was Dink's 3.6, and then Innova's the last one here that did kind of the damage in between. So yeah, 761k, 1.2 mil, which I don't think my Pack 5's even triggered, so there's no point in me having them on the wall. Then 1 mil, which is not a lot either. Again, none of these guys are super max accounts or anything like that, so nothing scary. Good tier 5 counts in their rallies, but that's about it. So this is going to be the first kind of max lead that hits me in today's video. This is going to be from Car. I do already have my Pack 5s on my wall, so they know I have them, so I don't even have to swap them, which makes it easy. I guess he thought I was actually offline during this, so that's what's going on right now. Car IRQ56 is the rally lead. Almost 700 artifact stars on this guy. I'm sure his war gear has all tempered 12 as well. He's got all the 11k heroes, so this is like one of those max accounts. I don't know if he's like a max account, but he's definitely a top tier titan. I believe he does not have any champ in his set though, so that's something we do have to look at. Or not champ, emperor. So he's got no emperor in his account. Or yeah. Anyways, there is a sneaky emperor account that does hit me in today's video, so that will be right after this. So let's see, Car IQ56 is going to come in. I actually decided, yeah, I'm going to throw my war gear on there, and I actually put it on way too early there. That was way earlier than I thought, but they did carpet it in. It's a 424. I'm sitting in range. My wall's already down. I'm going to switch over to my fake gear. So it looks like I took it in fake gear, but we'll see if they go for it or not. So let's take a look and see how much damage. 1.2 mil, a little bit of a noodler. Again, they probably think they can burn me just based on how many troops I have, I guess. Not knowing my war gear. Again, it was I don't know if it's 442 or 622, but it's not really a 622 and it's not really a 442. It's just a heavier inf 442, I would assume, because there's 200k more inf in there than the cav. So 947, maybe 947. Yeah, that's probably what it is. So anyways, it's a 947. But again, taking in range works perfectly. Yeah, and again, the first person to not hit me with the bunny for a while, and I was like finally capped a leader. I was like, geez, everyone has bunnies today. Again, this is all on the same day, by the way. So Gav hit me earlier, then this guy decided to come and hit me later, but same day. Let's take a look at the troops and all that and see what I got hit by. Did I ever even put his gear in this video? Maybe not. But again, he is like 700 artifact stars, 690 something artifact stars. So, yeah, that's a lot of tier 5. Yeah. Yes, because he only sent, what was that, like 800k tier 4, so the rest was tier 5, so that was a lot. Wasn't enough though, was not strong enough. And then this guy decided to come in after here, Canon 911. I wasn't thinking too much of him because I was like, again, he's not a max account. He's got 98 blessed, 541 artifact stars, so like a Titan, but I wasn't like, oh, this guy is like anything I have to worry about. The other guy looked a lot stronger because he had a lot more artifact stars in the account, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just try and take this in my fake gear. This will totally work out for me. Not realizing this guy had his fake gear on this whole time. And you're like, what do you mean he has his fake gear on? He has tempered, it's called Mythic Champ gear on. That's not fake gear. But I'm like, when you see his real gear, you'll know why when I say this is actually his fake gear that he has on here. So, which I was not expecting at all. I'm like, yeah, like he's got tempered 12 champ in there. I'm like, okay, yeah. So obviously a strong account, but I wasn't like thinking this is like a maxed account or anything like that or anything like that. But I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just switch over to my war gear, like fake war gear that is not jeweled, and try and take this rally because again, I have one of their allies leaders, so that's why he's coming for me. They already know I'm online. I'm not sure if they saw my real war gear or not, but yeah, so all I gotta do is trying to counter this rally. Spoiler alert, I don't even do that, so so anyways, I'm gonna switch to my fake war gear. Again, there you know I'm online, so I don't have to swap it too late. It is a 622. I'm gonna take it in range. Again, infantry's a little better for 622, but range still isn't too bad, honestly. He did 2.1, which is actually more damage than I thought he was gonna do. I was like, huh, okay. Yeah, I know it's 622, so I didn't counter it. Technically, I didn't get full countered, but infantry would have been better and I would have took less damage. So, but don't have great stats in this fake gear, but I was like, that seems higher than normal. I'm not sure what's going on. And then I went over to swap and I was like, oh, he's two-piece Emperor. I'm like, what? I was not expecting the two-piece Emperor gear on this account because I was like, the artifact stars are just low for an Emperor gear. So I was like, 98 tempered, 500 artifact stars. I mean, he's got max castle stars. I already saw some of the tempered 12, so I was like, okay, he has good gear, but didn't realize all his gear would have been tempered 12 with two-piece Emperor. I was like, okay, maybe I should have been a little bit more diligent in actually countering this rally and maybe putting on my war gear and stuff like that. But in the end, it didn't matter. I capped him. So it worked out. He didn't want to go for me again after that, especially since I capped him in my fake war gear. And if they saw my real war gear, they know I have that behind that. Obviously, he has 311k heroes. He's an Emperor, two-piece Emperor account. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. The sneaky two-piece Emperor account there hitting me. If you have any questions about trapping, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.